This gets turned into a type of fabric. This also gets turned into a type of fabric. The difference between these two is its major effects on the human body, not only in frequency, but also on your skin. For example, your skin has multiple functions, one being that it can absorb and excrete microscopic sized particles, right? If you're wearing anything synthetic on your skin, it will be absorbing the microplastics, and it will be entering your bloodstream, possibly preventing, but mostly promoting illnesses. Most likely making you more ill. Microplastics have been known to act as an inhibitor of skin regeneration, and even aggravates the inflammation reaction on the skin, making it more inflamed. Polyester being probably the most used fabric here in the United States, at least from what I know. The unfortunate reality is that your fabric is at least producing 33% of the dust inside your home. And because polyester is made of microplastics, it is essentially damaging your lungs as well. Not only is your skin getting inhibited by its regeneration, but it's also damaging it, entering your bloodstream, and stopping your pores from functioning correctly. And since polyester is a microplastic, it actually produces more microplastics inside the air. It is actually the main thing that's actually promoting the most amount of microplastics inside the home. Another way to understand that the fabrics on your clothing are either damaging you or benefiting you is by its frequencies. In 2003, Dr. Heidi Yellen's study on fabric frequencies and their effect on the body found that fabrics with higher frequencies can energize the body, while fabrics with lower frequencies can strain it. The human body was measured around 75 to 100 megahertz of frequency, while a sick or dying person had a frequency of 15 megahertz. So essentially, what we have to know, and all we really have to understand, is a frequency higher than 70 to 100 megahertz is pretty much beneficial for that of a human being, right? Anything lower can cause illnesses, even increase illnesses, because in reality, so not a lot of people might understand this, but you do have aura, and you are a vibrational being. So according to Dr. Heidi's frequency statements, a frequency higher than 70 to 100 megahertz can be beneficial to the body, while anything lower than 70 to 100 megahertz can cause illness or even increase the illnesses. And keeping the thought in mind, knowing that a dead person is 15 megahertz to even 0, then I don't want to be wearing something that's potentially hurting me, right? I mean, that's just common sense, really. If I'm sick, I don't want to become even more sick. And if I'm already healthy, I don't want to be wearing something that's essentially going to cause illness. Polyester, lycra, I think that's how you say it, spandex, and elastane, I don't know two of the words, but are all essentially made from microplastics with crude oil, and some even made from coal, like nylon. Silk is the cocoon of a silkworm, and it has a frequency of less than 15 megahertz. Now, I'm not gonna be that guy where wants to be wearing some some dead animal skin at all. I don't want to be that guy. I most definitely do not want to. It's like wearing a snake's shedded skin as clothing, knowing that it's already, that's its case. It's just not it. Yeah, sure, it's natural, but it's something it's like a process that they completely have to fucking go through before they bloom. So essentially, they're just leaving the shit behind for you to wear it. That's pretty much what it is. So every single one of these fabrics have a frequency of 15 megahertz to 0. So all of these you should be avoiding. Polyester, silk, nylon, rayon, spandex, acrylic. All of these are made from petroleum to crude oil to coal to fake things, dude. Like, just the very thought of you wearing crude oil, knowing that your skin is absorbing it, like, really? Do I really want to do that? I don't think I want to do that. And because you're wearing polyester and all this microplastics, it's clogging up your pores. So essentially, you're not even allowing your skin to breathe, because your skin does breathe, and that's why you end up sweating more often, depending on what you're wearing, of course, and how the weather is. But I find myself sweating more when I'm wearing polyester, if I'm going to be honest. And I'm actually working on getting rid of that. I have been fully been wearing cotton for a while, but I finally found a place where I could get linen or high frequency clothing, and that's what we're going to be talking about next. So all of this whole entire list should be avoided. Super high frequency clothes, which is linen, wool, and hemp, all emit a frequency of 5,000 megahertz. So a normal healthy person is already at 70 to 100 megahertz. All of these emit 5,000 megahertz, meaning you're pretty much going to get 50x the benefits of whatever the fuck you were wearing before, especially if you were wearing dead frequency clothing like polyester and spandex, which I know most people are, unfortunately. But this is why I'm here to present you this video, to make you understand that frequency has to do with your health. So linen is pretty much made from this plant that is grown. Wool, of course, it's made from that little sheep guy right there. As you can see, he's the little pimp. He's super coated with wool. And then the final high frequency shirt that I would suggest is, or clothing, any type of fabric really, is hemp, which is Mary Jane, marijuana. So this is just a few benefits of the main important fabrics. Like linen helps you fall asleep faster, improve sleep, barrier to bacteria. All three of them are essentially bacterial, antibacterial. All three of them essentially have antibacterial properties. It induces rapid healing because you're pretty much vibrating at a higher frequency. You're 50xing your frequency, so you're actually allowing your body to get stimulated organically. So it's helping you. It's like eating a superfood, but it's just for your skin and your vibrational frequency of the body. All of them breathe really well, but if we really think about it, linen and hemp are probably going to be most likely for regular use in regular weather, like spring, fall, and summer. Hemp and linen, you would probably be wearing those. Wool, obviously, wool pretty much warms you up, and that's obviously going to be used for a solid winter time. So yeah, these are just a few benefits that I listed for you guys. I personally think these are the most important ones, but Obviously, with the vibrational frequency being 50x above the human health is already enough to understand that it's actually going to help you. So yes, this is the warning, right? Linen and wool do cancel each other out in frequency, meaning that when you put both of them being equivalent to 5,000, it will equal to 0. So the Bible is full of many truths, right? It's full of many secrets in many different ciphers. So what I mean by that is allegorically, numerically, frequencies, even with the chapters, specific chapters, uh, specific verses, they all have different codes in them, right? They even show you a master frequencies that can heal the body. But let's talk about this in Deuteronomy. Wow, I really couldn't say that. Deuteronomy 22:11. Thou shalt not wear a garment of diverse sorts, as of woolen and linen together. So they already knew, people were already harmonized back then. They weren't distracted. They knew not to be wearing those together because they were so in tune with themselves. So yeah, whatever you guys do, if you are going to choose one or the other. For example, I think linen and hemp are essential because, well, I mean, you could wear them most of the year, right? I would assume that wool is probably like spring, yeah, probably spring and winter. It's good half of the year, and then linen for the other half of the year. Linen and hemp for the other half of the year. So yeah, you can have bed sheets. You can have bed sheets. You can have shirts, pants. Make sure you for sure get underwear, as your genital area is one of the most sacred areas for energy exchange in the whole entire body, and you don't want your skin absorbing any type of microplastics. I would highly suggest, if anything, start off with the underwear. And Kind's frequency is 40 to 70 megahertz when it's GMO or bleached, and organic is 100 megahertz. So essentially just make sure it's organic, probably 100%. And just don't get polyester, don't get microplastics. Stay conscious, take care of yourselves.